Johnny Trek here. So I'm in Charleston, South Carolina. Here's some great things you can do and eat.
Fort Sumter is Charleston's top attraction, where the first shots of the Civil War were fired. This is a must-visit for every history nerd, including myself. A smooth and pleasant 30-minute ferry ride takes you to the small island and fortress. You'll get some great views all along. You'll have 1 hour to explore the grounds and ruins, which is just the right amount of time as it's actually a pretty small place overall. I had a great time exploring the fortifications, buildings, and cannon. It's really hot here in the summer, so bring plenty of water and dress appropriately. The on-site museum is very informative. More importantly, it has great air conditioning. The French Quarter is full of lovely French colonial houses and old historic buildings. It's a delight just to wander and admire the architecture and visit some boutique shops and cafes. King Street is packed with great eateries, boutique shops, music venues, theaters, bars, and art galleries. It becomes very lively at night. I particularly enjoyed listening to music at Forte Jazz Lounge. Rainbow Row. You'll hear about these colorful houses in your travel research, but I thought this was an extremely overrated attraction. Just take a couple pictures and leave. The Old Exchange and Provost Dungeon. This is a fun place to visit and learn some history, and avoid the summer heat. Over the past 250 years, this building was used for commerce, customs, a post office, city hall, military headquarters, and now a historic museum. The dungeon was especially fun with the dark lighting, dressed-up mannequins, and a rat. The old slave mart was once a sinister and evil institution where wealthy white people once traded enslaved people. None of the original interior remains. It's now a dedicated museum on Charleston's dark slavery history and its many horrors and injustices. Charleston is a beautiful city, but don't forget its origins and the enslaved peoples who helped build it. The Charleston City Market has been around since 1807 and was once the center of South Carolina's dark slave trade. Today, you'll find dozens and dozens of vendors selling crafts, arts, clothing, leatherworks, food, souvenirs, and more. Younger and less traveled tourists will find this fun and amazing. But I found it just okay. It's neat, but it's overpriced, touristy, gimmicky, and I highly doubt any local Charlestonians actually shop here. Waterfront Park is where you will find Charleston's famous Pineapple Fountain. The fountain is indeed a beautiful work of art. However, you might find some local kids swimming and bathing in it. I found that weird, but it was really hot outside. White Point Garden. This is another charming historic park. But what makes it extra special are the unique birds that live here, called the Black Crown Night Heron. They're just really fun to watch. The South Carolina Aquarium was surprisingly amazing and mind-blowing. It's definitely in the top 5 aquariums I've ever visited. It has an expansive variety of animals, both sea creatures and land creatures and air creatures, including this beautiful but injured eagle. As an ocean lover, I happily spent over 2 hours wandering and admiring all the incredible, unique, and beautiful animal species here. My favorite was the weird and alien-looking striped burrfish. It looked out of this world. Magnolia is a former 400-acre rice plantation with over 300 years of history. Through the horrific practice of slavery, the plantation grew Carolina Gold rice until the end of the Civil War. The Draytons, the former slave and plantation owners, sold parts of the land for phosphate mining, and later opened up their gardens to the public in order to survive the post-Civil War era. Today, the gardens are lush, green, and beautiful, and full of local wildlife. However, be sure to bring mosquito repellent with DEET. The mosquitoes here are fierce and hungry. The tram is a great relaxing way to admire the swamps, forest, and local wildlife, especially when it's really hot outside. The swamps were once huge fields of rice paddies, harvested by the stolen labor of the enslaved peoples. Working conditions were harsh, with the humid heat, hungry mosquitoes, and animal attacks, including from the local alligators. Some of the old slave houses are still standing. It is really creepy, eerie, and demoralizing seeing these in person. But it is important to remember the dark parts of American history and to learn from it so we don't repeat our same mistakes again. And last but not least, the best thing to do in Charleston is to eat South Carolina barbecue. Lewis Barbecue had the best smoked ribs, beef brisket, and incredible mac and cheese as well too. Rodney Scott's barbecue was equally amazing as well, with their meaty smoky pork ribs and their signature whole hog barbecue pork. For more great food, check out my Charleston Food Tour YouTube video. And that wraps up my 2 days in Charleston. For more details, visit my website, johnnytrekkie.com. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot, live long, travel, and prosper.